Good morning, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to my channel. So today I just kind of wanted to show you, we've been trying to clean up our yard and patio. So I came out here and used the blower out here and tried to sweep. I need to fix the carpet. The table needs to be wiped off desperately because we had the luggage rack thing for the car sitting up here all winter. But once we got the lawnmower out of the shed, we were able to put that inside of the shed. But it's still a mess. There needs to be, the palm tree needs to be rinsed off. Paint needs to be touched up, but I'm not sure that's going to be in our budget this summer to touch up the paint. That might have to wait either until the end of the summer or next spring. We'll see. But I mean, I can still make it look okay. My husband planted a couple trees that he started as seeds. Geez, I think it was a year ago. And then pretty much this is the only thing I've planted. It's catnip. I think I mentioned in an earlier video that we weren't really doing a garden this year. I might buy a tomato plant, maybe some cilantro seeds, because that grows really well. Whatever we already have in our box, I think there's some jalapenos maybe. I need to go look through there, but we don't have a lot to work with this summer. Last year, somebody gifted us, I think it was a $300 gift card to Lowe's, which I was really grateful for because we bought all the bark, the red bark out front, and some more for this year. And we were able to get like a lot of plants and stuff, but we won't be doing that this year. So I do have some pots that hang. Last year this whole thing was full, like every single hook, so I'll probably only hang 2 out here. And then I'll walk you back there because we have a lot of pots. My husband was able to finally mow the lawn yesterday. And I used to have a little pink pool out here for the last 3 years, but it totally cracked and was not reusable. So what I did was I went through all my pots on Mother's Day and I dumped all the soil out into that pink pool that was broken and pulled all the weeds, and then transferred the soil into, this was the blue pool that Kennedy and Cooper used last summer. And then we've had this one for about 2 years now. And this one still has a lot of soil, so I'll just put some of that soil into some of these pots to maybe do some flowers, because we have some seeds. And I can probably afford to spend maybe $50 to get some flowers to hang, to put in the hanging pots. See, we have a lot, so I'm not going to be able to, I think last summer we used almost every single pot to make flowers, but not this year. And last year we had our garden in here. I'm not doing that this year. It didn't go well. I think this is in the wrong spot. I think got enough sun, but I don't know, it just, things didn't grow. I think this needs to be actually moved onto a lawn space. We just left it this year because I'm not sure where I want it permanently. So what I'm going to do, I'm still trying to decide. I think I'm either going to put my wildflowers and some other seeds that I got. Somebody sent me some seeds. One of my subscribers, name's Crystal. I can't remember what kind of flower they are, but she says they grow really easy. But I'm just going to do flowers out here. And then I have some other seeds. They're not wildflowers. I'm going to have to go look so I can tell you guys what they are, but I'm going to put those in the pools, or vice versa. I might put the wildflowers in the pools like last year and then do a flower bed out here. And then, like I said, I'll get a couple flowers from like Home Depot or Walmart for the hanging pots. I decided I'm definitely going to use the colored containers, and I'll get the little, what is it, like the little grass things that you put at the bottom of these with soil. And I have some pink spray paint left from last year so I can touch up my flamingos at least. I thought we had purple paint left over to touch up my fence. See, the snow got to it because we didn't, this fence is really old. It was here when we bought the house or when we moved here. I don't know what they used it for, but we didn't sand it or anything because it's pretty much falling apart. Probably won't last very much longer. won't last much longer. I can't talk. And me and Kennedy came out yesterday. We were gonna touch up the paint, but there was none left in the can. I think we had just saved the can so we knew what color purple to use. Me and Parker cleaned up back there as best as we could. There still needs a lot of stuff that needs to be hauled off to the dump. Not the firewood. There's just some like really weird pieces of wood back there that's been there since we've lived here. But like I said, I'll use the colored pots to hang up in the back porch and on the front porch. And then I'll plant some tomatoes, jalapenos in the pots. The bigger pots, there's 1, 2, 3. I'll probably buy the refills. That's what we decided to do last year, and those will go out front. But just can't do a lot this year, but that's okay. It'll still look pretty once everything gets swept and cleaned. And just a lot of TLC. We had a long, hard, cold winter. I need to rinse off the chairs and get a new tablecloth and get it looking decent out here again. I do have this paint left, so I can come out here and touch up my bench and my birdhouse. I'm gonna paint over the black. I don't like it. I don't know what possessed us to do this last year. Just trying to use up the paint. It just looks weird. So we have extra red bark, so we'll clean all this out. We'll put all the rocks back nice. There just won't be as much. Last year this was just, I had flowers everywhere, pots of flowers, but and my husband did get me some hanging pots for Mother's Day. So I've got 2 new ones. I want to put them up here, but I couldn't fit those big old fat hooks on those hooks, so I don't know. They might have to stay where they are, or maybe I'll put them out back. And then we'll clean up out here as well, because we have extra bark. Fix the rocks. I'll probably just put that one big pot right there. That's probably going to be it this year. Ellie bought me the welcome mat for Mother's Day though. But like, look, we just stained this porch 2 years ago, and look how bad it is already. This I might actually spend the money on and get some more stain, because this looks a lot worse than the back patio. I can't stand it. And then we decided out here we're not going to be planting the wildflowers this year. We had some bulbs. I think my husband killed my plant. I had this beautiful flowering purple plant, and I don't know what he did, but that's what's left of it. I'm like, why did you pull it out? And he said that, I don't even remember what he said, but that looks really bad. But he came out here and rototillered everything on Saturday, and we decided we're just gonna put stuff out here that will grow every year instead of doing the wildflowers. But now I'm like second guessing it because it looks really weird, and he made some weird rock thing. He was trying to like separate, I don't know. I did put some sunflowers right there because my sunflowers do so good in these 3 spots. I don't know what he's doing out here. So hopefully it'll look better once we lay the bark down and the bulbs start growing. I mean, you can see where he planted some of them. I don't know. I'm so used to having our wildflowers out here that it just looks strange. And I'm like I said, I'm not really sure what he was doing with the river rock, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But now I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should have just planted the wildflowers. Look at all the bird doo-doo. It's so gross. So here's my seed box. Some leftover wildflower mix, hummingbird and butterfly garden. I was gonna plant them yesterday. Kennedy was outside with me and she dumped almost a quarter of the bag out onto the lawn. But you know, I have some. These are all seeds that we had. I think my sister sent me those in that junk journal, and the catnip she had sent me, and these were in that junk journal. These are the flowers I was talking about. I think I might plant these. So these will either go in the pool. Okay, so I'll either plant these in the pools or in the garden box, because they'll kind of match. And then maybe put the wildflowers in the 2 pools. I'm not sure yet. And then, like I said, we just have some peppers. We have some tomato seeds. And then we still have some sunflowers. We're going to try to rototiller behind that purple fence. We're going to try to rototiller out there really good, maybe put some soil down and just have a ton of wildflowers and sunflowers back there as well. Last year we tried it, it didn't work, but I think that we just didn't loosen the soil enough. Like, we didn't spend enough time doing it. But maybe because we're not doing so many potted plants and hanging plants this year, we'll have a little bit more time or something like that. Then I'm not planting all of these, but I will do a couple pots with some of this stuff. So, and spearmint grows really well. In fact, when I was pulling up the weeds in the garden box, there was a whole bunch of spearmint left over from last year, so I picked it. It wasn't as strong though as it gets during the summer months, but I might do spearmint in a pot because I really like this for my tea, and we've used it all. But I mean, there's stuff in here. It just might not be as colorful as last year, but here's the seeds from my subscriber. I think they're the zinnias. I think she said they were. I have to go look at my card, but she said that they grow really easy. So this is gonna be really, really simple this year, but I'm gonna go out this morning and decide where I want stuff and get that planted and watered. So Adam bought me the hanging plants, and he got me a welcome mat as well. So I put the one from Allie out front and this one out back. My friend had taken Wesley and Julian to a little like pottery place where you make stuff called Possibly Picasso. And Julian made me this dolphin piggy bank, and Wesley made me this owl piggy bank, so I thought those were super cute. And I'm actually going to end up probably putting them in the living room with my summer decorations that I've yet to hang up. And then Kennedy made me this cute Mother's Day card at school. And Adam forgot to get a card, so him and Kennedy were painting pictures on Mother's Day. And so then Adam painted me this little Unikitty, so I hung it up. All right, guys, chicken tendies. Bye. And once again, I forgot to say, I did post it on the community thing, but I don't think anybody ever reads that over here on my channel. The pool vlog, I need to make a separate vlog or a separate channel for the videos I do for the city. I haven't done it yet. So I worked on Saturday. It's called Freezing for a Reason, and it was 10,000 pounds of ice dumped into our pool. They just had drained it and put new water in it, and then the ice came, and everybody in the community that came out for the event helped to dump all the ice in it. It was 10,000 pounds. And basically you paid a $10 entry fee to jump into the ice water, and all the proceeds go to maintaining our 50-year-old pool for the summer. So it went to a good cause. You got like a swag bag and free hot chocolate, and the donut people were out there, and this was the most people they've ever had. It was about 100 people that jumped, where I think last year there was like 20 maybe, if that. So it was a really good turnout, and like I said, all the proceeds go to maintaining the pool so the kids can have fun this summer, and the adults. My kids love to swim in the summer. That's where we spend our summers, at the pool. So it was for a really good cause. But that's what that was. They do it every year. They just happened to ask me to vlog it this year.